What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. The thing we like about our listeners is that they're not soft and fragile as shit.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
The Sharks are 3-0. I'm your host, Kyle Demetrius. Back with me, as always, is JD. I don't got anything. I'm too fired up.
Kyle, it's our 400th episode, buddy.
That don't mean shit until we're the number one podcast. Man, what an absolute lord Erik Karlsson was. Also, speaking of fragile, such a precious fan base. They were booing Erik Karlsson in the third period. What? Like, pull your head out of your asses, guys. Like, holy Christ. I hope all the Sens fans that downloaded our yesterday's episode and cried and whined in our mentions that we were too harsh on the Sens and didn't know anything, listen to this first 5 minutes and don't listen to the rest of it too. Thanks for the downloads. Thanks for your service. Boy, I'm fired up. The Sharks wasn't the best game, but hey, They don't ask how, they ask how many. Yes. And I think we can start here. That's not a game the Sharks win last year or the year before.
No, 100% there. That's one of those games where, especially because there was a very contentious, part of the game where it was 4-4.
The end of the first when they all just like mobbed each other.
No, but it was 4-4, and then Burns. Was it Burns or there? Basically, it's a 4-on-3 Sens power play after Burns goes to the penalty box for an interference, and those are moments where previous Sharks teams would have just collapsed before, and they would have given up 2 goals. They would have given up a goal on the power play, and they would have given up a goal right after that. But they did a good job of hanging in there and then eventually taking the lead. Those are things that previous Sharks teams just flat out just give up on this times. So, but yeah, that was a very gritty win, which is something we've seen the Sharks now come back in a game. We've seen the Sharks blow out a team, and then we've seen the Sharks scrape out a gritty win. And that just shows how they're able to win different ways, which is something the Sharks. It doesn't have to be perfect every time.
Exactly. And I don't think if you go back and watch the Tampa Bay Lightning over the last 2 years, they aren't just steamrolling every team that comes in their way. They're having nights where they're off. Teams lose to bad teams all the time. And they, at the end of the day, when we're sitting here in April, apparently getting ready for the playoffs because the Sharks are playoff bound. They're first in the division. When we're sitting here in April talking about the Sharks and stuff like that, we're not going to look back and be like, remember Game 3 when the Sharks weren't that good? No, we're just going to be like, remember when they beat the Senators 2-1? Yeah, we might be like, it was a scrappy game, but at no point was I like, oh God, the Sharks are going to get blown out here. Even when in the middle of the game, when it was scrappy, it was back and forth, it was 1-1. There was it was really physical, which yesterday in our preview, if you listen to the whole thing, we talked about how they're going to play the Tkachuk brand of hockey where it's annoying. It's getting under your skin. It's physical. It's scrappy. It's that brand of hockey. And that's what the Senators did. And the Sharks didn't really fold. I mean, they didn't fold at all. They got the win. They didn't fold. But I think past teams would have just been like, well, I guess we're just losing. Or Evander Kane would have taken 17 penalties. And
Curtis Gabriel would have done Curtis Gabriel things. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Martin Jones would have let in 1 million goals. Instead, we have Sausage Daddy with like a 960 save percentage.
Yeah.
I just
968, baby.
968. Sorry, for those listening on the podcast, he did the Freddy got fingered. Yes. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Which is great. Subscribe to our YouTube. It's awesome. But no, this is the thing that people should be taking away. Yeah, Drake Batherson scored, and the Sharks kind of fell into some old habits. A, it's game 3.
Yes.
B, it's game 3 of the season with a lot of young guys still getting integrated.
Yes.
And 3, they didn't just collapse. They didn't get into their bad habits and sit on their heels. Like the shots were 20-20 after 2 periods.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as Ottawa outplayed them for long stretches, there were stretches where San Jose outplayed them, and the special teams as a whole, because the 4-on-3 they did well. The first power play that Ottawa had, they almost scored and then drew a penalty. Yep. So like it's definitely a different makeup of the team. Do we want to see them clean up the mistakes and stuff? Yeah, but it's game 3.
That stuff will happen.
And they're on a road trip.
Yes.
Like that's the thing too, is that you got to remember Ottawa hasn't played since the weekend. They've been off for like 4 days. So like, yeah, Ottawa should have had the jump. I don't know. I'm just excited that this is a Sharks team that when we go into a game, I'm not already just being like, do you want to record after the first period? We did that last year where we recorded like
we did that a couple
second
times.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like I'm also drinking this giant Wendy's drink. So
good for you, buddy.
Everybody watching.
Yeah, it's and then I think the other thing too is just like having that competent goaltending. So like,
oh my god,
if you're in a rut and you're just like you're getting hemmed in your own zone, like you don't feel like, oh god, everything's just gonna fall apart and the wheels are gonna come off and you're gonna let up 3 soft goals and in 10 minutes. So that's like Reimer, he definitely feels a little bit more frenetic than Hill. Like Hill feels very kind of a calming presence.
Do you think it's because Hill is massive? And it looks like he's not moving as much.
It's like that commercial with the walrus as the goalie. He's just hanging out there. Yeah. I don't know if you get that commercial in Canada.
No, I have no idea.
It's like a Geico commercial. I'll send it to you later. But
okay.
Yeah, it's just, but I mean, still, like, if you're getting the job done, you lit up 1 goal tonight. Like, he was great tonight. And then, I mean, there was plenty of times where, like if you look at the shot chart, like the
Senators last year we would have been like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, Dubnyk Island again. Very stormy last year. But
I even forgot about Devin Dubnyk. I was just thinking of Martin Jones.
But it's like the Sens were getting very high quality shots. I think their high danger chances for the Sens, like all situations, they had 61% of the high danger chances, and especially in that third period when they were, definitely putting on the pressure to try to tie up the game. But, it was nice to see guys like, nice to see Reimer just kind of settle the team down, and whenever they needed to get a stop, he got a stop. So,
and that's the thing too, is that they took 61% of high danger shots, but San Jose battled through that adversity. They battled back. They battled through it. It was nice whenever the Sens would become the Sens, and the Sharks were like, okay, well, we're just going to hit you back. And like Brent Burns, this is the most physical game Brent Burns has played in a long time, right?
Yeah, him and Hurdle. Hurdle had Hurdle and LeBanc. Hurdle had 6 hits and LeBanc had 5 hits, which, I mean, hits or whatever, but that just like, you don't expect that from Hurdle and LeBanc to be your guy like leading the team.
You don't even really expect it from Burns. Like, he uses his frame and stuff like that, but I just felt like every time there was some physical stuff, the guys were being physical. And like, I don't know if you want to do it now, or should we tell the people about some sort of thing they can buy?
I think, after a game like that, the boys are probably going to be hungry. They're going to need to especially with a quick turnaround.
What do you think? What do you think they need to get their protein on the bus?
Oh boy, I think there's only one answer for that, Kyle, and I think it's Built Bar.
I think it's Built Bar too, and you know why?
Why is that?
Because they have so many delicious flavors.
All the flavor. What's your favorite?
We just got sent some coconut brownie. Definitely my favorite so far. It's so good. The blueberry muffin, I gotta say, I wasn't expecting it to be so chewy, but it was still good. The coconut shell, the chocolate shell was pretty good. But I know that other people, maybe they don't like coconut. I know a lot of people that do that. Maybe you can go for cookies and cream. Maybe you're a big chocolate fiend, just go for German chocolate or a mint brownie or a double chocolate. If you're Eric Carlson, we've decided he's a salted caramel guy. They have so many delicious flavors. And the thing is, too, that they're healthy. So you can get your protein after the game before they play the Leafs tomorrow. They have 17 to 18 grams of protein. Calories range from 130 to 180, depending on the bar. Only 4 to 5 grams of sugar, 4 to 5 grams of net carbs, all in the amazingly tasting Cherry Barcia or whatever your favorite is. If you don't know what you want to order, get a mix box. Just get all the flavors. See what you like. If you do have a favorite or a favorite, just get a box of that. Who cares? And when you get it, you can see the U.S. Track and Field Team logo on there because the Built Bar is the official sponsor of that team. Official protein bar, I should say. I guess a protein bar is a sponsor. So go to Built.com and use promo code LOCKED15 right here. And you'll get 15% off your order. Use promo code LOCKED15 for 15% off at Built.com. Should we talk about how Timo is just an absolute man lord?
Dude, he was everywhere. I know he didn't have all the shots on goal that he...
How many shots did he have?
He had 3. So
pathetic. Down to the third line you go.
Yeah, but no,
that gives him a casual 6 per game on the season.
Yes,
No big deal. But he got an assist.
Yes.
And I think the thing too was the thing with Timo this year. I think that why he looks like he's playing like a man is he's just annihilating people. He's just going through people. Dudes are coming up to him. He's just throwing them off. There was one where he wheeled around a guy and just put his arm out. Was like, no.
Yeah.
Also, Logan Couture throwing Thomas Chabot to the ground in the first period was awesome. But yeah, Timo just looks engaged, I should say. He's done selling grills. He's done selling Maseratis. He's back to hockey.
He's back to hockey.
He got the bag from all the European companies in his back.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, guys, now I got to really play hockey. So, especially in a contract here. So,
Timo, slide into our DMs. I know you know we exist.
Yes, please. But yeah, it's great to see him being the Timo Meier that the Sharks drafted him to be, and to be this just freaking wrecking ball on the ice. And yeah, the way he was playing, I thought he was going to score. He didn't score, but he
was
definitely
everywhere.
He was everywhere. So
there's like the Timo that we're seeing is like best player in the team, Timo,
which is what we hoped we would.
Yeah, because then you're also going to have Hurdle. And you're going to have Couture playing well. There's going to be all these guys who are going to be best player in the team. But like if Meier adds himself to that mix, the Sharks are cooking with gas here. It's
great. Should we talk about Team Dad Hurdle, who's just trying to fight everybody now? And
why is he fighting people?
It's great.
Where did this come from?
Not give a shit right now.
Is he just like he had a child and was like, I must protect everyone now? It's like
full
paternal instincts.
Yeah, paternal instincts are. He's got all these kids around. He's like got his own kid. He's got Eklund. He's got Rudy. He's got Lord Jasper. He's got
the Lord was looking to beat down some peasants tonight.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the Lord and his screen on the LeBanc goal. So
he has. Speaking of gigantic asses.
Yeah, he is gigantic ass junior there. He's going to be right behind Timo and Hurdle here soon.
They can call him Hoju.
All his friends can call him Hoju. That's a deep cut for this. Yeah. But
just for you guys.
Yes. But yeah. So Eklund gets the puck on where he's been at, and he passes it to Carlson, and Carlson passes it back to LeBanc. But as soon as LeBanc is shooting, Jasper does a nice job of just screening Murray, and then LeBanc, who's been on fire. We asked during the offseason, like, hey, what's LeBanc doing? What's LeBanc doing? And
apparently he was working on his shot.
Yeah, because that was a freaking missile right as Jasper was crossing Murray, and Murray had no chance on that. That thing was clean. So
the Lord did that last game too, where he came across, he was like moving off to the side, and just as the puck was being released, he scooted in front of the goalie.
Yeah,
he's just leave him on the net front. Like, he's really good at that. And I think there's potential that he can bang in some greasy pucks, which is always good. The Sharks have just been shooting really well and haven't done that. Kevin LeBanc, boy.
You're back, buddy.
He's back. But this is the thing. I don't want them to be like, well, Jonathan Dahlin, you're off the line. We're putting Kevin LeBanc up there.
Or first line Kevin LeBanc. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Let's keep Kevin LeBanc. He is succeeding in his role as a third liner. He is the offense on that role, and he's been doing a good job on that. And then being a power play specialist. Yes.
Exactly. And that line with Bonino and
Nieto was very good tonight again, because they were the only line that had a positive Corsi 4%.
Nice, 2 nights in a row.
Yes, so they outshot 5-3, and they did give up a goal, but yeah, they played pretty well, that line, especially the way
the goal they gave up. The goal they gave up was off a broken play. Sort of, it kind of got back. Eric Carlson pinched. I have no idea what Mario Ferraro was doing. He didn't starfish, and he didn't play the man. He went on his knees.
Yeah,
he did like doggy style. I don't really know what that was.
He was looking for his contact.
Yeah, it's like he was skating backwards, and somebody hit him like in the shoulders, and he fell forward. Like, I have no idea. It was really bad communication, because he should have known that the winger was there, or the winger should have said, like, take the puck, guy, because he was getting back. It was just super bad communication. And then the doggy style defense was awful. The sausage daddy had no chance. Well, actually, he did have a chance. It hit him.
Yeah, it just kind of grazed off him.
How great is it? I know we're going backwards here for a second. How great is it when a goalie lets in an early goal and then shuts the door the rest of the way?
It's great.
What is that all about? What are these feelings? What do I do with my hands right now? I have no idea.
So, but let's talk. one Mario Ferraro though, just knocking Shane Pinto off the puck at the beginning of the game, and just I guess Shane Pinto, like he came back for a little bit, but then he was gone. So I think I don't know what his injury status is. Get well soon, Shane Pinto. But it was nice for noted depth defenseman Mario Ferraro to knock.
Yeah, don't tell us we don't know anything when you call Mario Ferraro a depth defenseman. Get out of here.
Sorry.
Darlene Couture-Meyer, just what a bunch of lords. That line is cucking. Darlene
was close to getting one.
I know every time. So like he had the 2 goals last time, but in the first game he should have had a goal, and Hellebuck had save of the year. And then this game he was close too. Like Darlene's where it's at. That's the magic grow here. Magic grow. That's a gardening reference. Who am I? How old am I? He's the secret ingredient. He's the Krusty Brand cough syrup in the Flaming Moe's. Or Flaming Homers, I should say.
So yeah, it's nice with those guys. What
were the Corsi lines? What were the numeros?
So actually that line got outplayed 38. They had 30%. They got shots for were 5-3 for them, but the Corsi events were 8-13. They did have a goal. The Jasper line was 36%, and then the hurdle line was 45%, and the
hurdle line trended up.
Yeah, they got outshot in that one. This game, like, it actually played well for the Sens. Like, it played their style of game, but the Sharks were just, because we were like, we were like, the Senators are probably going to feast, and then like if they can keep it clean, like the Sharks should win. But this game trended for the Senators, and it's like we said earlier, it's a game that the Sharks of old years would lose. But
so William Eklund, before we get to the William Eklund Power Hour, he's on pace for 82 points still.
Yes,
he's racking up secondary assists. Do you think there's a place I can go to bet on his Calder odds?
There is a place that you can go. There's a place I think we all know.
Just over the rainbow?
It's BetOnline.ag. So BetOnline is back and better than ever with a new website interface for the start of basketball season with more props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all basketball and football action this season. So head over to their website or on their updated desktop or mobile to sign up today and receive a 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use the promo code LOCKEDON to receive your bonus. From basketball, football, baseball postseason, NHL, boxing, UFC, right to your favorite Vegas casino games, don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports. BetOnline, where the game starts.
The game ended with the Sharks win. I'm just so happy they beat the Senators. It's
so
fun. Like, it's just fun going into a game in a scrappy game like this where the Sharks can win. We keep saying this, but I don't know. I don't know what you want from us. Our pants are off. They've been pantsless for hours right now. Should we dip into some of the negatives? I don't know if they're negatives because, like, obviously we can be like, well, they were east-west passing poorly, but like, Jacob Middleton had a rough game.
He played 20 minutes tonight.
He played 20 minutes?
1944. Yeah, he played 20 minutes tonight.
I guess there's really no other option because Simek and Vlasic were I think the French say
Simek was at 12 minutes and Vlasic played less than 15 minutes. So Middleton.
You know what I do like though? I think Bob is recognizing that Simek Vlasic he can't.
Just
you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think before a couple years ago, they would have seen Vlasic would have been on the bottom pair, and then like, well, we need him to play 20.
And he's talking Middleton. He was actually fourth on the hockey cards thing. He's behind Burns, Timo, Couture, Middleton, and then Darlene Eklund. Yeah, it's his defense. Like he's, you know what? What if he's just Simek 2.0, where he's just going to play shutdown defense? You don't expect much from him offensively.
Yeah, I guess the eye test doesn't really line up.
So
I think
get out of here, stat nerds. So
yeah, get out of here with your spreadsheet.
Well, I think tonight's game will be a better, especially against a very high-powered offense. I think I want to see how Middleton is able to handle
maybe
waves of offense.
Maybe I was just like having like Vlasic Simek PTSD.
Yeah,
because they were like truly not great.
They were bad. Yeah,
they were bad. They can't. Oh, it sucks because Vlasic is like my third, fourth favorite Shark of all time. It's really shitty. Don't meet your heroes. But neither of them can get the puck out of the freaking zone.
It's so bad.
There was a play on the boards where Simek, all he had to do was turn around and pass it to the guy like 6 feet from him, and he turned it back into the corner, and there was a Senator there that was like,
okay,
thanks guy, and just tied him up and took the puck. I was like, no, What are you doing? Yeah, I guess I got to look at the stats more with Middleton. What was his? Does it have his individual there? Because I'm wondering if he's getting an Erik Karlsson bump, because Erik Karlsson once again played really well.
Yeah, well, he doesn't give a shit about his point. He just wanted to win. So
that's such a good interview. Go see it. Did you say Erik Karlsson was above Middleton on that chart? Was it Burns,
no? Middleton was the highest. Burns was the highest defenseman. Middleton, it's negative offense, big chunk defense. Individual is like kind of a medium.
Where was Karlsson on that list?
Karlsson was actually below Vlasic. So because of his offensive defense was negative, but his individual was like the same size of his offense and defense anyway. But
nice. I don't really know how to read this that much. Yeah. I don't really get. Is that bad? Like individual. I don't know. The individual, I guess, is what I'm seeing on the eye test, because I was like, oh, Karlsson, sweet, thanks.
Yeah.
Karlsson still is on pace for like 75 points.
More than that, he's at 5 points in 3 games right now.
Oh, he got a point tonight?
Yeah, he had the.
Oh, duh! We've been quoting it the whole time. My lord. Oh my God, 1.2 points per game for Erik Karlsson. Fired up. 90 points. Oh, buddy, imagine Erik Karlsson wins the Norris. The victory laps I would take on so many people. I'd have to delete my Twitter.
They would, yeah.
I would just be so obnoxious. I just have to delete it to stay away.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be so great.
The group chat.
We never did the William Eklund Power Hour. Let's jump it in here right now.
He was okay tonight. He easily played the least amount of minutes. He only played 10 minutes and 30 seconds tonight. I think especially when they're trying to protect the lead against a very scrappy Sens, they leaned on more of the Coglianos and Nietos, and LeBanc played, some defensive minutes there too. So
that's what I'm worried about, is that the Eklund goes down and LeBanc comes up.
Yeah, but I still think though, like there's still those little signs of like he had a just in his own zone, just getting the puck out. Like he's doing.
Oh my God, when he did the little turn, it was like twirling towards freedom. Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm not worried about it. It's just
I'm not worried either, but we know how coaches are.
Yeah, but I think that they keep winning, so I don't think Bob's just gonna like mix things up just to mix things up. So
there's still times where though in the game, like he's back playing defense, like he's doing his thing.
Yeah,
you have the hockey stat card that we don't know how to read.
Yeah, he again, like his defense is positive and his offense is negative, and his individual is a massive bar. So
on the positive side,
yes,
yeah. So like. I think there's lots to be working. I just don't think he's figured out the ozone quite yet.
And that's fine. He's in his 3rd game and he's 19 years old. So
yeah, and he still looks, when William Eklund has the puck and he's out there playing, I'm not like, oh damn, better get off the ice. Like we've been with it. Like,
yeah,
I'm much more concerned when like Lane Pedersen gets the puck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I'm not really that concerned, but like there's those moments where I'm like, ugh, what are we doing here? So there's just so many flashes with Eklund. I think you can feel it coming where he's gonna have a big game.
He's gonna have that breakout game. So
yeah, you can feel it coming. So I'm not worried. I just hope Bob doesn't pull the trigger too quick.
Yeah. Do you think we might see a breakout game tonight against the Leafs?
Probably not.
The
Leafs are good.
The Leafs are very good. Yes.
Well,
and Mitch Marner's back, or not Mitch Marner. Austin Matthews is back. Like
is Mitch Marner back from scoring 0 goals in the playoffs for his career? Yeah.
But yeah, they're getting back to full strength now. Yeah, this is going to be a big test for the Sharks.
They do get Michael Hutchison, which is sick because he's not very good. The lines as of the 19th, so I don't know how right this is. It seems kind of right.
Yeah.
Nick Ritchie, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Michael Bunting, John Tavares, William Nylander. Man, it's so bad in the bottom 6. Kerfoot, David Kampf, Andre Kasha, Pierre Engvall, who has the world's longest neck, Jason Spezza and Wayne Simmons. Their defense is Morgan Riley, TJ Brody, Jake Muzzin, Justin Hull, Rasmus Sandin, Travis Dermott. And then we're getting Michael Hutchison in net.
Which is good because Campbell's had a really good start to the season so far. So
yeah, so that's awesome.
Michael Bunting of Coyotes fame, he was tearing it up. Remember, Robin came on and told us how good Michael Bunting is. Now he's tearing it up for
I'd be tearing it up too with John Tavares and William Nylander. Just gonna put that out there. Obviously, a much deeper team than the Sens. Please, Sens, if you're still listening to us, please don't come into our things and say, "Oh, the Sens are as deep as the Leafs." I don't care.
No,
they're not.
No.
No. Please move along. Can you tell that we don't really like the Senators? Oh, it's great. It's great not liking teams. Like I don't like the Kings, but they haven't been relevant in a while.
Yeah,
I don't like the Knights. That's always good. You can feel it, but the Sharks haven't been good. Sens and Sharks are a lot more even. It's nice. It's good.
Yeah.
It feels good. It feels good in the loins. I feel it in my plums. The Leafs are going to be a handful. Their top two lines feature Matthews, Marner, Tavares, and Nylander, and Michael Bunting, who's playing really well. I don't care about Nick Ritchie. Their third line has Alex Kerfoot, David Kampf, and Andre Kasha. Like that's a good third line. Like the Sharks are going to have their work cut out for them. I'm really hoping that the Sharks got all their hitting and their frustration out in this game, and they go on the bus tonight and tomorrow if they have a morning skate or video room, and they're like, okay, we need to clean up this, and this, because the Leafs are going to make the mistakes pay. That's the difference, is that Tim Stützle had a bunch of shots where he missed the net and stuff like that. Tim Stützle also is amazing. Let's just put that out there right now. Dude's unreal.
He's going to be so good.
He's going to be so good.
Yep.
But he had a bunch of shots that missed the net and stuff. Austin Matthews isn't missing the net that many times. I just William Nylander's not dangling the shit out of Aiden Hill if he gets those opportunities. So you really got to clean up.
Yeah. Mitch Marner, stuff. It's still October, so he's not gonna miss the net right now.
yeah, exactly. So lots of stuff to clean up, but I think they're gonna work harder. But the second day of a back-to-back, I'm honestly, if the Sharks come out and they look a little flat tomorrow against the Leafs, not the worst. They beat the teams they're supposed to beat.
Yep.
Losing to the Leafs is not the world's greatest tragedy.
No, I think I think the winning streak ends here. I'm gonna go with a 5-2 Leafs victory here.
Ooh.
I'm
gonna go with 3-2. I think the Sharks get a little greasy.
Yeah,
they grind some shit out.
Yeah, I think this might be one of those like kind of the third period where it might be close in the third period and the Leafs just busted open because they're rested and that was a big game for the Sharks against the Senators. So, but
yeah, the Carlson emotional weight is lifted too, but hey, maybe that energizes them for tomorrow, but I don't know. I think the E5 82-point campaign stops. I think he may be held off the score sheet, but I hope he has a good game. Like that's all I'm looking for. What are you looking for tomorrow in the game? Tonight. We're recording this after the game.
Yes. Tonight, I want to see how Middleton, like we talked about earlier, I want to kind of see how Middleton is actually doing on defense if he's, kind of, especially gets a very high-powered offense. So I think that, I think Middleton's going to be kind of the guy I'm focusing on.
Yeah, I think I want to see how the team mentality is when they respond to first game, first road trip, first back-to-back. They're in the middle of a long road trip, like 5 games is pretty long. Obviously, they've played 2 of the weaker teams on the road trip, and now they're going to play Toronto and Boston, the 2 hardest teams, and they're going to play Nashville, who's not very good. But Toronto on the back-to-back is going to be hard. They have to travel from Ottawa to Toronto tonight. They're going to get in late. They're going to sleep. They're going to do all that good stuff, and they have to get up for a game tomorrow. And coming off a game that was pretty sloppy, pretty scrappy, they maybe escaped with a win, which happens. Good teams escape with wins. I want to see how they respond against the Leafs. If they put in a solid effort and keep the Leafs in check and lose like 4-2 because of whatever, that's fine. I just don't want to see them go in there down early, always scrambling. The Leafs look like they're not even trying.
Yeah.
And the Leafs walk out of there 5-1, and it's like, well, great. Now the Sharks look like the Sharks of old. So I want to see how they respond to the adversity of a road trip and stuff like that, which I think is fair.
And respond to success, something they haven't had.
Hell yeah, the Sharks are 3-0, baby.
So, all right.
If you'd like to...
we're going to do our new segment we're going to do every week, our 3 stars of the week.
We are uncreative. We couldn't come up with a name.
We couldn't come up with anything better. So I will go first with my 3rd star of the week. I am going to give it to Kevin Labanc. This says my 3rd star of the week. So he's after being gone all summer, he's back.
I'm going to give it to Brent Burns. looks at no. Am I?
Yes. Sure.
Yeah, I'll give it to Brent Burns. He's looked pretty rejuvenated.
Agreed.
He's looking a little bit better. Clearly, I didn't think about my third star. Who's your second star?
I give it to Erik Karlsson as my second star of the week. So he's EK65's back.
I know, that's who I should have done with my third star. My second star, I'm giving to Aiden Hill.
Good.
Hey, you could go Reimer. He's only played one game. Aiden Hill's played 2 games, got the shutout. I'm liking the goalie tandem right here. I should have went with EK65 for third star. Where's my brand? My brand is off.
I know.
Who's your first star? It's gonna be the same person.
It's Timo Meier.
Timo time.
Timo time is here, baby. Timo time is not going to just be a clock. It's going to be a calendar, a whole calendar this year. So
the Timo calendar,
Timo
just him progressively more shirtless.
Yes. A button every month. Yes.
Timo should slide. This was pointed out to me. Timo should slide into our DMs because we have been the biggest Timo supporters since he got here. We have never wavered. We've never bought into the hype. We didn't want him traded. Timo till we die. I hope he has 10 shots tomorrow.
Oh, God, that'd be great.
That'd be sick. If you guys have any 3 stars or anything you want to talk to us about, let us know on the bird. It's really funny when you can tell I'm tweeting because I said shit like the Lord is playing really well today. He's looking for new peasants to harass. Yeah. Locked on Sharks on Twitter. Locked on Sharks on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to get at us there, we're putting up all of our stuff there. Sorry to the guy that called us an idiot today on Instagram.
Yeah. A lot of people call us.
Why did he call us an idiot?
I don't know.
What was that? Was he a set? Was he a set? Oh yeah.
Even though you have played the game,
I believe he said, "Do you even know how to skate?"
Yes.
Hilarious coming at me. It's just so funny.
Yes.
I forget what his beef was though. What was his beef?
I don't know, man.
We gotta read it for next time. We need to shame these people. If you'd like to email us, lockedonsharks@gmail.com. We got a nice email from a man named Lance. It was a real question, so we're not going to read it on air because we answered him in email. It was great, and he emailed us back. He's in Oklahoma. Tough place to be a Sharks fan because there's no water. I guess I've never been to Oklahoma. Have you?
I have. There is nothing. Sorry, but
a lot of dust
in there. Yeah, everything. You know, like how when a puddle dries and it's like that kind of cracked mud. That's the entire state.
Even the Panhandle. Have you been to the Panhandle?
No, I've been to the Panhandle.
I feel like people just really go Tulsa and Oklahoma City and
you just straight across as fast as you can
into the Texas Panhandle.
Yes, which is
I feel like that northern Texas, like Amarillo, is also barren.
Yeah.
Let us know if you're from northern Texas or western Oklahoma, what it's like.
I've driven through there three times.
3 times a lady? Nice.
Yeah.
If you'd like to subscribe on YouTube, do that. You can see us make sausage daddy motions, which is great. Really deep cut. If you've never seen Freddy Got Fingered, go watch it. It's mind-numbingly bizarre and bad, but really funny for that one scene. Also immortalized in the Eminem song, Tom Green humps a dead moose. So there's also that. If you'd like to listen to us, you can do that at Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Anchor, Stitcher, in your 98 LeBaron.
Let's go.
I don't know, man. Go Sharks.
That's Kyle at Kyle Demetrius.
Me.
At my fry hole. Thanks for
I forgot about our Twitters. They're right
Thanks
here.
for making us your first listen. Go listen to the Fantasy Hockey Podcast and yada, yada, yada.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.